Guys, welcome. Before I start explaining you the whole Magnus thing, let me show you this really funny clip.
What happened?
They just want to be sure this is jeans or not.
So, Grandmaster from Armenia was invited by FIDE's commission basically to check what is he wearing, right? And he's saying that, alright, FIDE wanted to make sure these are not jeans. So obviously, people are asking him like, what are this then? What's going on?
What happened then?
They agreed that it's not a jeans.
So this is not jeans?
No.
Why is that?
There's just the trousers.
Trousers.
What they said they're not sure.
Not sure.
And look how shocked Norwegian television is. Like, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I know probably many of you will say, alright, there are rules for everyone, and Magnus should basically comply with them. But I think those are just double standards. Like, you could see it, like, trousers? And then let's see what was Magnus wearing. I mean, yeah, kinda jean stuff. I mean, Chess Base India obviously posted everything. Obviously many of you watched the interview, all that stuff. Magnus refuses to play basically today as you're watching this video, and he won't be playing in Blitz event defending his Blitz World Chess Championship title. And this is what he was wearing. Guys, still for me it's business casual kind of outfit, and I don't see a problem here. And as they were discussing, like, last few weeks have been kind of tough. We saw a lot of posts regarding freestyle chess, and Magnus is basically saying he wants to name it as the World Chess Championship, and FIDE doesn't want it to be approved. And apparently, we don't know, like Emil Sutovsky said during his interview to Take Up, that FIDE didn't threaten any players. But guys, you never know who is telling the truth here. Because I can definitely imagine that FIDE would threaten players and tell them, alright, if you sign with Freestyle, then you might have some problems. That was spoken by Hikaru, by Magnus, so there's definitely something going on with this Freestyle and FIDE. You never know who is telling the truth. Maybe both sides don't know what they're talking about, but alright, Vladimir Kramnik said his opinion on this. Frankly, the dress code of Carlsen can be defined as smart casual to me. After finding a player and receiving his confirmation that he will wear regular trousers tomorrow, in my honest opinion, should be enough, whatever is the name of that chess player. Strange story. And I completely agree with Vladimir Borisovich Kramnik. There's not a lot of stuff to agree with him, but yeah, he's saying the right thing here, because Magnus said, alright, he had some meeting, he didn't have time to change, he didn't really think of it, and then, the arbiters started coming towards him, and I was watching Take live stream, and Kaya was telling that, alright, there's a problem. Magnus, basically people want to kick out Magnus. I was like, that is some absolute nonsense. Like, they just can't kick out the best player on the planet. And then, there was a huge delay between round number 8 and 9 pairing. And I opened round number 9 pairing, and there was no Magnus. I was shocked. I think the whole world was shocked who were watching from their homes inside the playing hall, because, I mean, that's a huge scandal, guys. And again, in my opinion, guys, how the heck it's not the dress code that you can play with? I mean, and Armenian Grandmaster Zavan
There's just the trousers.
was wearing this
What they said.
trousers.
They agreed that it's not a jeans.
So this is not jeans?
No.
Why is that?
And
There's
look,
just the trousers.
I was not sure what is
They
this.
said they're not sure.
Look, guys, I think there is like she's shocked this here. Charlize is shocked as well. But yeah, guys, it's honestly horrible situation for everybody. And Hikaru, in the light of today's event, should every chess player at the World Rapid Tournament in New York City wear chins tomorrow? Yes, team Magnus 89.4. And now let's scroll down a little bit. So, dress code for players during games in progress. The following is acceptable for men players, captains, head of delegation. Suits, ties, dressy pants, trousers, jeans, long sleeve, and then they have the following is not acceptable: torn pants or jeans. So holes. So I'm not sure. I mean, that whole dress code thing is absolute nonsense. And guys, like for real, we're talking about chess game here. I mean, nobody cares what players are wearing. Everybody cares what's happening on the chessboard. And alright, once again, tell me your thoughts in the comment section below, because I'm really interested to see how many people will agree with me that it's just nonsense. Yeah, you can troll me or do whatever you want, but I think it's just unacceptable. You know, to me, it's just a horrible decision by FIDE. Look, I have a better idea actually. This outfit, yeah, Magnus and Hikaru naked playing on the board. Yeah, I honestly, like, I don't even know what to say. Yeah, another huge drama on out of the chessboard. Like, there is nothing that happened, and it's another huge scandal. But now let's get back to the chess games. So Magnus in round number 8 won the game. Unfortunately, he didn't finish round number 9 for obvious reasons. But I wanna show you some interesting moments as well as some full games, because there was something to discuss. So Duda-Naroditsky was off to a hot start, 6 out of 7, and in round number 8 he was facing Polish Grandmaster Jan Krzysztof Duda. And in the following position, apparently c5 would have folded for Daniel. I mean, Daniel went for rook e5, which looks like kind of logical move, but c5 is apparently a bit more solid. Rook e5, so Daniel was apparently probably trying to... I'm speaking too many apparently words, you know, this little guy from the meme. And apparently... but yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, he's trying to bring his rook to h5. I mean, there are not a lot of threats. He can create rook g5, h3, c5. Now he plays c5, and to me it looked like computer is saying that white have huge advantage because they have basically concrete idea in the following position. But to me during the game I was like, I mean, it's definitely holdable, especially after queen e7, queen d2. Now this is holdable, this is protected, so there are not too many threats. Queen a1. Now the idea is to bring the queen back to a1 and try to basically maybe swap rook and queen somehow, so get the rook more action because it's kind of passive at this moment. So played queen b2, and here, you know, there were discussions like why not trade queens, and that's why Daniel is quite tricky. He would have played, of course, rook g2, and now the idea is checkmate has been threatened, have to take, and Daniel is just off to create endgame, probably even winning one. But of course, it's Duda who we're talking about here. Queen a6 was played, hitting the opponent d6, and from now on, no real chances. Rook b1 is coming with some checkmate ideas, f6, and now king g8. So king h6 was apparently a better option, but I mean, it doesn't really work. I think even move like queen e7 works good. I mean, queen f8 ideas, it's just king is just horrible. And unfortunately for Daniel, soon he resigned as there is no way to stop 7th rank threats. Another interesting game, another interesting moment came in the game between Hikaru Nakamura and Duda-Naroditsky. Many of you have never heard of Voladar, but now many guys know this name. I know this name for probably my entire chess career, because he's not far from the city where he was growing up, not far from the city where I live, like maybe 1.5 hour drive, maybe less. So he was playing against Hikaru Nakamura in round number 9, and Hikaru could have held it by playing knight d4. I mean, you see both players had almost no, I mean, I can't say no time. I mean, Hikaru is playing bullet every single week. I mean, 32 seconds is more than enough time, especially with increment, to think of moves and especially to calculate what's going on. But unfortunately, he plays 2 blunders in a row. He plays knight d2. Now, Vladar could have played some knight f2, and apparently the position is slowly collapsing for 1 pieces. But instead, he chose to basically attack the rook from c6 square. Rook has to go somewhere. So you might ask, why not rook b6 and let's say, but then king d5, you know. It's still not as simple like computer says knight b1, which is almost, I mean, almost impossible to find. It's just simply a computer move. I mean, I don't know why king d4, let's say, is not good, and then let's say even knight f2, king f3, or yeah, c3 is still not too good because rook d6. But yeah, Hikaru blundered the second move in a row, and now after king c7 it turns out that white are simply losing because c3 is coming next. There is no way to do anything. Let's say, I know what to show you. Rook g8, c3, and now basically c2 is coming, rook g2 checkmate is being a threat, let's say rook g7, simple king c6 to avoid any checks, and now simply a win. I think can even play c takes d2 first, because now the point is, I think, of rook g6 and knight f2, and there is huge promotion coming. King d5, d1 has been threatened, game over, and Duda-Naroditsky is one of the leaders after 2 days in the World Rapid Chess Championship. Another game, and by another Russian guy, Andrei Esipenko. So Andrei is a very, was considered one of the best talents on the planet, along with Alireza Firouzja, but then something went wrong. He had a very successful one of these events earlier, maybe in 2019. I don't remember exactly. It was back when those guys like Karyakin were playing, and Andrei had quite successful results in those events, and he is off to very hot start here in New York City. And you know, he's beaten good players. He beat let me see, yeah, he lost in round number 1, and since then he hasn't lost a single game, beating players like Mikhail Kabalia, Jonas Bulbier, Fabiana-Caruana. He made a draw with Nemir Dominguez Perez in round number 9, and will be facing Shahriar Mamediyarov in round number 10. But here we have a Rasalimo. Fabi plays Rasalimo, g6 castle, and you know what, I was quite surprised Andrei got a very good position. Like, I'm not sure what queen b6 is here by Fabi. I'm pretty sure he mixed up the moves, because apparently queen b6 just doesn't work, and white are getting very stable advantage. Like, there are no troubles. Look at this bishop. I mean, the position is simply terrible. I mean, white have straightforward play on the king side, and they're slowly beating black pieces without, you know, any counterplay. c3, rook b8, h6, queen f2. Yeah, I mean, it's not that clear, like, what's the best move, what's the best move to, you know, to try and win, but f5 is the move that was played in the game, and now Fabi is in a very tough spot. He takes f5, rook d5, queen c8, queen f4, and now huge holes on king side, rook e7, bishop e6, queen f5, threatening checkmate on g7, king f8, now knight e6, of course, after x6, queen g7 is a checkmate. Moves like king s7, which was played in the game, doesn't work, as after knight g5, the only good move would have been queen e6, but Fabi played king f8, and after knight h7 he simply resigned, because king g8, queen g7 is a checkmate. And we're coming to the last game of the day, Yan Nepomniachtchi. That was a wild game against chess legend, absolute chess legend, Magnus-Gelfand. If you don't know who this is, just Google the name and you'll see everything. Knight f6, c4, Nemtsovich sometimes has very wild position, and that was the case here. So I saw this line a couple of times, and you know, to me, just, I don't know, guys, if I would have been black in this position, I would be like, what's going on? And I saw this for a fact played in several games myself, so I'm not surprised by this rook a2, rook f2 maneuver. It's just absolutely mind-blowing. b6, c4, g4, basically white are trying to go all in, checkmate, they're not castled. Don't repeat this at home, kids, don't try to do this, not the best example of how grandmasters are playing chess, but yeah, unfortunately this is what it is. e5, g5, and from now on, I mean, Boris had some great chances to kind of, yeah, those moves were not obvious and they're hard to find over the board, but apparently black are better according to computer. But of course, you gotta be precise. Rook e8. Rook e8 is very logical. You put rook on the same file as the skin and you try to open up the position. Bishop c4, knight c4, castle. And now both rooks are on f file, potentially trying to play f4 and press f7. Knight f8, h5, knight f6, knight f5, knight f4, takes takes, queen c1. And now the idea once again is if queen g5, rook g2, huge trouble on g file, white will end up taking on g7, probably will end up winning the game. Knight f3, takes takes takes, and now white have huge space advantage, potentially an attack. Still computer evaluates this as basically equal, but of course when you play this over the board it's completely different experience, and that's exactly what we saw during the game. Rook h2, rook g7, king f2, rook h1, trying to basically attack here. If queen g5, rook g5, rook h7, the game is just basically over. Let's say if rook g5, the game is over for the same reason. Even would be quicker. Queen d7, rook h6, rook e6, queen f5, and now fortunately black had to resign as there is no way to protect this h7 pawn, because now basically rook h6 take and rook h1, queen e8 ends the game with a checkmate. Other options like again, this rook can't even capture, so one of the moves might be rook g6, but of course after rook h7, rook h8, rook h7 is being threatened, it would be a complete disaster. Even when we can continue game, few moves ahead, and of course this would be a huge trouble on f7. So and Jan Nepomniachtchi kinda follows the leaders with 6.5 out of 9, and that's the standings. Duda-Naroditsky, Young Krzysztof Duda, Arjuna Rigazi, who is fighting for this FIDE circuit points in this tournament. And look, for me guys, you know, I'm looking at FIDE circuit, it's another long discussion point, but you know, it would be very, very disappointing for Fabio, who would be coming second if Arjun ends up somewhere on top, and that would be really, really disappointing, as Fabio is somewhere very, very low, and I don't think he has as many chances as Arjun has right now. And one of the most surprising names is here, of course, Volodar, but Alexander Grishuk, who, I mean, he's a, like, let's say, veteran in these events, and he shows some very, very great plays here. And then we have Sam, Inyer, Naderbek, Shahriar, Yavahir, Daniel, Anish, Denis Lazarev, Jan, and Andrei Esipenko at 6.5 out of 9. As you're watching this video, we'll have the last day of FIDE Rapid. Bleed starts. Wait, Bleed starts not tomorrow, right? Bleed starts, I think, couple of days later, because they made these changes this year. So there will be some kind of basically conference, and then they will continue with Blitz, but Magnus is not going to participate in that, as he said. FIDE, FU, I'm not gonna play anymore. But yeah, it's another huge drama for chess. Let's see where it goes, because I think it's getting somewhere where, you know, it's gonna be, I mean, I can't say it's exciting time for chess, but because we never know what might happen. I mean, Magnus will create his own cycle, will just do everything on his own. But yeah, I can imagine that they have veteran players, because imagine Magnus is creating an event and he's telling, alright, this will be a the World Chess Championship. And let's sign a contract with the players and then play on our own. And this could be the case, guys. That's logically thinking this could be the case. And basically many players would have said, alright, let us first not even discuss with FIDE, but what's gonna happen. And then there was the whole story with FIDE, and I think FIDE could easily threaten players. Alright, if you sign a contract with a Freestyle brand, you won't be able to participate in the cycle. And now FIDE claims that, alright, we didn't threaten players, which I don't think is true, but you never know what is behind the doors. So Magnus, I mean, I don't think Magnus is lying. I mean, FIDE is, yeah, they're trying to make chess. I mean, once again, let me know in the comments, because I don't believe FIDE 100%. I would believe Magnus in this story, that you know, they would threaten players. Not all of them, of course, but like let's say Magnus or Hikaru, who could have signed some contracts. But yeah, I just drama. It's all over the news again. I'll see you in the recap tomorrow with the new crowned World Chess Champion, as Magnus decided not to continue further with this so-called circus. But alright, let's see what happens. See you. Bye bye.